Have you ever considered you can increase your productivity by doing absolutely nothing? Well, not exactly nothing. You stop doing something that's actively undermining your effectiveness. Instead of adding another productivity method to your routine, you eliminate one unhelpful, distracting habit. The results can be immediate. We're conditioned to believe that progress requires addition. More apps, more systems, more techniques. The fastest path to productivity isn't always doing more. You can get more done by getting yourself to do less. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Self-Control from Fitness to Flourishing. Here's the issue with most productivity advice. It suggests you need to fill every moment by optimizing activity. Feeling unproductive? Download a time tracking app. Struggling to focus? Try the Pomodoro technique. Lacking motivation? Start a morning routine. But sometimes we don't even know what we should be doing. We do, however, absolutely know what we should stop doing. When I find myself mindlessly scrolling social media or binge watching on YouTube, I could theoretically replace that time with something productive. But here's what I've discovered. Even if I don't immediately fill that time with anything, in quotes, productive, simply stopping the wasteful behavior makes me more effective immediately. Every time you choose to scroll social media, you're not just wasting time. You're reinforcing that behavior at a neurological level. You're becoming more skilled at distraction, making it progressively harder to stop. But the reverse is also true. When you choose not to engage in that behavior, even for just 3 minutes, you're training what I call the non-habit. You are strengthening your capacity for intentional choice rather than automatic response. Here is the progressive approach. Your first attempt, delay the behavior for 3 minutes. Next time, push it to 5 minutes. Build it up. Aim to reach 30 minutes. Research has shown a cue-driven craving or urge lasts from a few minutes to 30 minutes. And the result? You are creating space between impulse and action. Your brain needs gaps, spaces where it's not being constantly stimulated. It's in those gaps it gets a chance to process, sort, and strengthen new neural pathways. Recent neuroscientific research reveals something fascinating. Boredom activates the brain's default mode network, which is crucial for creativity, problem solving, and emotional regulation. Yet we've trained ourselves to eliminate every moment of potential boredom. Standing in line, out comes the phone. Waiting for coffee, time to scroll. We've created a culture where doing something, anything, feels more productive than doing nothing. But this constant stimulation prevents our brains from processing recent experiences, making unexpected connections, generating creative solutions, or simply being present with our own thoughts. Here is a practical framework I call the stop first method. Instead of trying to replace bad habits immediately, try this 3-step approach. Step 1, identify your target behavior. Choose one specific behavior you know is counterproductive. Common examples: checking email every 5 minutes, hopping from video to video on YouTube, saying yes to every request, or just mindless phone scrolling. Step 2, practice progressive delays. Start small and build. Week 1, delay the behavior by 3 minutes. Week 2, extend to 5 minutes. In week 3 and onward, Continue adding 5 minutes to every interval to a total of 30 minutes, if necessary. You may have handled it even before the 30 minutes is reached. Step 3, sit with the space. Don't immediately fill the gap. Allow yourself to be bored, think without direction, process emotions or ideas that arise, or simply exist without stimulation. Here are some real-world applications. The email checker. Instead of opening your inbox 50 times a day, practice checking only at designated times. Start by delaying just one check by 10 minutes. The yes person. Before automatically agreeing to requests, implement a 24-hour delay. You can say, "Let me check my calendar and get back to you." The social scroller. When you feel the urge to check social media, set a timer for 15 minutes and just sit. Notice what thoughts or feelings arise. Traditional habit change advice suggests replacing bad behaviors with good ones immediately. But this approach assumes you know exactly what you should be doing instead. The stop first method acknowledges that sometimes the most productive thing you can do is create space for clarity to emerge. In that gap between impulse and action, you often discover what you actually want or need to do. It's also easier to maintain because stopping requires less cognitive load than starting something new. You're working with subtraction rather than addition. You are removing obstacles rather than building new systems. Here's the harsh truth. The reason we often choose to do something else instead of simply stopping is that sitting with our thoughts can be uncomfortable. We might have to face anxiety, uncertainty, or uncomfortable emotions without the numbing effect of constant stimulation. But this discomfort is temporary, and it's the price of reclaiming your attention and intentionality. Every time you choose to sit with the discomfort rather than escape into distraction, you're building your potential for focused, purposeful action. You don't need to rush into doing anything productive. That will come once you've become comfortable in the non-action gap you've created. This is the gap in which insight lives. Think about it right now. What's one behavior you absolutely know you should stop doing? Don't worry about what you'll replace it with. Just identify the thing that's actively working against your goals. The next time, when you feel the urge to engage in that behavior, delay it for just 3 minutes. Sit with whatever comes up. Notice how it feels to choose conscious pause over automatic reaction. Your most life-changing act of productivity may be having the courage to do nothing at all. When you stop doing what doesn't serve you and trust that clarity will emerge in the space you create, your brain probably doesn't need more input. Likely, you've got more than you know what to do with. Give your brain the space it needs to process what it already has. Start there. It's funny, isn't it? This is a way to make the best start by stopping. That's it for today. Catch you next time.